What's up, YouTube? It's Brendan from Market Makers. It's been a couple days, my friends. All thanks to you guys. The room exploded. Thank you so much for the support. YouTube exploded. Working on 11,000 subs now. Really, really appreciate it. This channel is not monetized. This channel is for your benefit. If you have interest in pattern trading, that is what we do in our room, my friends. We are professional pattern traders. Our Discord link is in the video description. Come check us out. The room absolutely exploded. Again, I tell you this all the time, and I apologize for repeating myself, but 5 people in June, it just melts my mind. 5 people in June working on 1,600 in the trade signals and 6,000 in the room, guys. All thanks to you guys. Thank you so much for the support and the love. Guys, look at the pattern. Where is Bitcoin going? I told you this weeks ago. I gave you these patterns weeks ago while all the other YouTubers are scratching their heads, drawing Elliott wave lines straight up in the air to 500K, 200K, 105K. Guys, I have been giving you Grim Reapers galore as a thumbnail, okay? And because we have been in a bear market this whole time, I gave you this pattern weeks ago. This is the bullish bat. We were going between a bat and a Gartley, and we validated point C. The 200 moving average, we didn't even get enough strength to test it. Therefore, we are rolling down in the bat, guys, and look how beautifully this is descending, okay? This is a bullish pattern. Bitcoin will go down to 31.5, and from there, it's going to reverse and come back up to where? Join the room and find out, my friends. But this pattern, guys, I haven't had to change my thumbnails. Again, Grim Reapers galore. Everybody is reacting to Bitcoin. We were predicting Bitcoin. That's the difference between market makers and a lot of other rooms. This is tracked perfectly, and we are watching this very closely, my friends. Guys, I want you to look at something real quick. Look at this drop. This is a 20% drop. Look at this drop, 17.5% drop. You remember those drops? I gave you those patterns on YouTube, my friends. I gave you those patterns. In a 2-week period, I captured 67% of Bitcoin movement in patterns that we traded, okay? And I showed you those results. I'm not going to go through all that again, but the butterfly dropped us 20%, okay? And this took time to develop. These are 4-hour candles. And then when it developed, I gave you the golden pocket, the corrective market structure. Weeks ago, I said we would not defeat the corrective market structure. I said the whales can pump it, but they cannot hold it due to the volume study that we did. Boom, we dropped, guys. The black swan dropped us 17.5%. You want to make money? Come to our room and make some money. This is where we're at now. I want to show you guys, it's time for a market review. I haven't been able to talk to you guys in a couple days. Look where we are now, okay? Here's your 52,972. We lost the 200 and 233 moving average. Back in June, when we had the 5 people, I did a series of videos called Market Top and 200 moving average. It was all about the 200 and 233, okay? 233 is in red. That's the EMA number. It's the sister moving average to the 200, okay? And we went over this before. But for all the new subs, look at this. So what do you have here? You have your pump and retracement, your pump and retracement, your pump and retracement, your pump and retracement, and then there's your final high, your 65K, okay? So this is just a series of higher highs. This is when everybody on YouTube is a genius. 19-year-old kids bragging about their Ferrari, charging $300 a month to be in their trading signals room. They're geniuses here, okay? Guys just drawing Elliott wave, which doesn't work in trading, just drawing a straight line up and saying, oh, look at that. They're geniuses here. You know where they're not geniuses is when it comes down to actually understanding TA and actually understanding advanced patterns, okay? Because when you lost to 200 and 233 over here and you fell down here and climbed back up, my friends, anybody who's worth their salt in TA should have told you to sell here. Go back to these dates. Go back to May, late April, early May, and see if the people that you like told you to sell. Because anybody worth their salt in TA would have known this is a sell point right here. And I bring that up because I have a good friend in my room. He's an admin. I wasn't in crypto during this time period. I came a little bit later in May. He was in crypto. He's a top admin in the room. He opened a trade here from 58K, sold it short all the way down to 30K. One single trade, 6-figure return. So when people say things like, Nobody knew this market was going to crash. If they knew, it's like throwing the dice, or comments like that that are really asinine. Is because they don't understand TA. It's because they just recently learned TA, or they're pretending to understand TA, okay? You have to understand the principles and fundamentals of TA. You can marry that with advanced theories, advanced trading techniques like harmonics, and you can capture this. And you don't have to believe me about his trade. It's posted in our room in video. He captured the whole thing in video. That whole movement down is from one of our admins in our room, my friends. And these 200 and 233, again, guys, why is that so important? It is 6.5 months of trading data. That's the trading average for 6.5 months. I told you when I first came to crypto, I said to the people in the last room I was in, we were in a bear market. I got a lot of shit for it, but that's all we were in, was in a bear market. This is hard to do TA here. Right here, that 42K top. In our room in June, we sold that short. I was on vacation when that happened. We sold that short. I knew that was the market top, the 200, 233. We broke through the 200, hit the 233, dropped 12,000 points. We made a killing. I worked every day on my vacation. I think I posted 20 trades that week on my vacation, and the room made a killing, my friends. This was your market top this whole way here. And for those of you who've been watching the channel, you remember this when we broke through it. What did I say? Go back and look at my YouTube videos. This is artificial. This is fake. I gave you a kill box, as a matter of fact. I gave you the market top and the golden pocket. I said, if we break it, we're going to fall right back down. Sure enough, right? And what happened? I gave you the butterfly and we dropped 20%. And we are now way, way down, guys. And when you look at this from the zoomed out view like this, you know what we're doing? Just look at it. All you have here is a dead cat bounce, and you're making a series of lower highs, okay? And Bitcoin's going to pump up and come back down and pump up and come back down. But overall, it's going to follow this pattern and just descend on our way down to 31.5. And you guys have known this for weeks if you watch this channel. While everybody else is guessing Bitcoin could lose 10,000 points. Oh no, this is very bad. If this thing happens and you're in a bear flag, Bitcoin could lose 10,000 points. Guys, this is like, that's like such base level TA. If you have patterns, I had these patterns drawn over here at B, okay? We had X to A and B, and I told you, I gave you the options. We could be in a cipher, we could be in a Gartley, could be in a bat. And sure enough, we ended up in a bat, so we know where we're going. Now, this pattern here, this can move out this D point either way, okay? It just depends how quickly these candles want to fall. If they want to go up and down, up and down, up and down, this pattern can move out because it's married to the fibs, okay? Right now, the way I drew it is October 18th. That has nothing to do. This is not a timeline prediction. This could come out to the right and be longer. It could come into the left. Just depends. If this candle wants to drop down here and this candle wants to drop down here, we could get there a lot sooner. So that's not a time prediction, guys. It is a pattern prediction. And again, you're going to have patterns all through here, up and down, and we've been trading them. We traded 2 longs today, guys, because I don't care if Bitcoin goes up or down. It makes no difference to me. So let's look at the current price action in the 1 hour time frame, my friends. You see, we got on a little bit of a pump right here, actually. But let's do some traditional TA. No patterns. Let's go back to some traditional TA by request. So this is my 55 and 233 Tema. We had a bearish cross right here. As you can see, price has just been steadily descending, and now we got a little bit of a pump back up above the 42.1. You're flipping that as GAN support. It was previously resistance. And let's look at Ichi and see what's happening there. Still below the cloud. Yeah, so we finally got back above the moving average, as you can see. Let me zoom in if you cannot see this. We finally got back above the moving average. We haven't even tested the cloud yet. You can see the Ichi cloud is just getting lower and lower. You can see it coming down, and you can see the shape of the cloud taking shape. So, you know, we can get some candles up. We can test it. We can bounce back down. You know, there's lots of different ways this could play out. Guys, Bitcoin's a controlled asset. This is why, like, I can make macro predictions. But when you see patterns form, and I see bullish patterns form, like I said, we traded 2 bullish patterns today. We're always keeping an eye on the price, okay? So on YouTube, you get like the snapshot view of the current trend. But in the room, you get up-to-date TA multiple times per day in trade signals as these things develop, okay? So we could test this cloud and just end up coming back down. We have to see, because we do have other patterns that show Bitcoin going up to this level here, which is that 46, 47 level for point D. This is a Gartley, and we had a bullish shark form here, which gave you a bounce up, as you can see. But Bitcoin, you know, if we hit this PRZ, I would love to see it get up here. This would just be amazing if it got up here. That's a 200 moving average right across the tip of the PRZ. This could be an epic short opportunity. And of course, there can be reversal patterns and other patterns printed on the way down or the way up, guys. Another reason you should join the room to get this information. Let's look at some other indicators here. Let's drop Ichi. Let's check out a 1 hour time frame. Where is that 200? Yeah, so the 200 is right here on the 1 hour time frame. So you could actually see price come up and try this 200. The 1 hour time frame 200 is not very strong, my friends. It is able to be conquered relatively easily because it's a small time frame. It's 1 hour. However, it's been rejecting price over and over again. It rejected it all through here. It was able to come up, but then it just fell back down underneath it. So you could see this pump up and fall back down again. It'd be interesting to watch. You can watch that as the night progresses or day progresses, depending on your time zone. And let me look at our other indicators here. ATR is it's elevated. You can see your DCTI here. You have these are all trend indicators essentially, but you're in a little bit of a buying trend, which is obvious. And then we have our comma divergence here, and you can see it flip to green. And then we have our z-score, which is deviations, standard deviations away from the mean, meaning the average. And you can see you're going green here, but it's been heavy red, a little bit of green pocket right here. And we have our quadratic regression slope here, which is expressed as a percentage, okay? So you can see this kind of as a trend. This is a trend regression, and you're flipping back to the buy side. So let's watch that 200, see if it holds up or if you get rejected. But guys, the key pattern here, the key thing to watch as this progresses is obviously this daily bat, because this is a daily pattern, and when it does reverse, because it will reverse when it finds support, and according to this pattern, we're going to be at 31,546 when we find support, get a nice bounce back up, but again, in the long run, it'll be a series of lower highs. That's all you're going to have as Bitcoin rolls down and finds itself back in this lower slope area, because I told you before, this was the natural progression of price before this artificial pump up, and all that pump is just now disintegrating and rolling down, my friends. Guys, please like, please subscribe, check out our room. The link is in the video description. We can make you traders. You will know when to buy at the bottom and when to sell at the top. We specialize in trading and pattern trading in our room, my friends. Come try us out. I'll talk to you guys soon. Another video update coming tomorrow, my friends. Good to talk to you guys again. Take care.